Same faces, new places.
You know, it's 3 different places in a week.
You're good at that, ish.
I'm actually terrible at it, but here we are.
I mean, the only thing that would make it more appropriate is if you had some sort of Apple device being delivered to your house to sit on your front porch for another 2 weeks.
Well, it's funny that you said that because I did get a case for my iPhone delivered to our house that is sitting on our front stoop that I'm going to have to ask my brother-in-law or somebody to go grab.
Didn't even know that. Makes a lot of sense, though.
Yeah. There was a computer waiting for me here when I arrived. In a box. Yeah.
Or where?
Well, yeah, I was, but I didn't think it would come that quick because I got they told me it was shipping like the day before. So Wednesday. And then I'm like, well, obviously it's going to Mexico. I'll see it next week. And then we arrived and the guy in the front was like, hey, there's a box here for you. Because he said it in Spanish. You get the idea. Paquete?
Hey, I don't know. It's Friday. It is Friday in a week that has been a week. There's...
I feel so out of it.
Yeah. I haven't even traveled and I feel out of it. Yeah. Although I am traveling next week, so that's probably worthwhile mentioning that there'll be no podcast Monday through Wednesday. We'll be back on Thursday. Okay. Which won't be. I'm sure Paul and I will both be like screwed up.
I am going to see Mahedi, by the way.
Which day is that?
I don't know. Sometime maybe this weekend, probably. He's here with a group of guys. I don't know if it's just let's go somewhere, or maybe it's someone's bachelor party or something. I don't know. But that'll be fun.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think Microsoft has screwed anything up. They're finally showing ads for Game Pass. I mean, there's that.
Oh, man.
I mean, look at this. I haven't got it wired up. Look at this. There's an actual ad for Game Pass and Call of Duty. No, not in, but I'm assuming this will play on TV or somewhere or something. Yeah. I think that's...
Yeah, advertise it. Why not?
No, there's no fun in that. OpenAI raised a bunch of money.
So I haven't created this video yet, but I am going to probably right now. I thought that was what I was going to do before we recorded the podcast today, but as Brad knows, time zone math is hard. Yeah. So I was an hour off. Anyway, the point is Google has a kind of an experimental tool called Notebook LLM, which you probably heard of. And it has a fairly new feature. I think it's called, is it on here? No, it's on the other computer. It's like an audio summary feature. So what it does is it creates a 2-voice audio podcast using natural language where 2 people like banter and talk about whatever the topic is. So I was like, well, I'm going to screw with this thing. And because I had just written, well, this is probably a month ago now, but I'm writing a 3-part series on like Windows on ARM. And so the first part is the RT, the original stuff. So I had this 8,000 word Steven Sinofsky blog post from the first public introduction of it. So that's what I fed into it. Dude, it is amazing. It is a woman and a man, just like I said, like that, like just really up and upbeat and talking about, and like our job is done. We've joked about this. We are so superfluous. Like we are just unnecessary. It's incredible.
So you're telling me the thing that we don't charge any money for, the thing that doesn't pay any bills, is coming to an end because of AI.
Yeah. Well, when people talk about job loss, what they've forgotten is people like us that don't even make any money.
Yeah.
Yep. And all the hard work that goes into it. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you, it's crazy. The only thing it needs, actually, this is out there somewhere, is like 2 avatars that are linked to the audio, and maybe they sit there and they
I think Facebook has some of those somewhere, and it's.
I think So you could just tie these things together, and
you could phone it in even more than.
Yeah. So sometime today, this will be up on the Thurrott YouTube channel. I think it's about 8 minutes long. It's nuts. Yeah. If I could have gotten online on the plane yesterday, I would have done it then. For some reason, the plane from Dallas to here didn't have internet, but Oh, because it's Aeromexico, and seriously, it's like 1977 inside this thing. But anyway, yeah, it's nuts.
Well, I actually kind of want to see this now.
I know. I could just send it to you. Probably. It's
the problem is that it's Google stuff, and it's not that Google doesn't do Google good stuff. The problem is you'll get all in Notebook LM, and then they'll just be like, we're done with it, and then it just goes and gets readered.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not advocating the use of that necessarily. I wanted to see what it was like, and actually, I think there's a question in today's Ask Paul about this, so I'll link to that from there too. But it's way better than you would think. I mean, this, it's AI, right? So there's things like, they said something like, it's Windows on ARM, WOA, right? And the female podcaster voice says Windows on ARM, like that kind of thing. Like, you get those, right? But it's, I don't know. You'll see, or you'll hear, I guess, because,
The other thing that came up from a reader question that I still don't see how you do this.
Yep.
Remember the in-case stuff? It's like the Microsoft
Yeah,
stuff?
I saw someone ask you that question.
Yeah.
I almost answered it, and I was like, this is for Brad. But since you ask, in case it has delayed the release of that stuff.
Okay.
I don't know if they've delayed it to the end of 2024 or past the end of 2024, but I don't remember the timing anymore. But originally it was going to come out just earlier in the year or this year or something like that. But they're still doing it. But the latest statement, which now is probably a month or two old, is it's still happening, but it's going to take a little longer than they expected. Because as soon as this happens, I'm getting another one of those sculpt keyboard sets. I love those things.
They're good.
Yeah,
you just can't buy them.
Yeah. So look at that up. There's you could probably just Google it, like in case Microsoft keyboard, whatever, delay, something like that. You'll find it. There's a quote somewhere.
In case Microsoft.
I didn't mean right now during the podcast.
Nope.
Oh man, I'm not set up properly here, so I can't even type. So all I can do is click. I guess I could use the on-screen keyboard or something.
So 1 month ago, they said it'd be in Q4.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Oh no, this was. I can't see because there's a huge giant pop-up blocker thing, or not pop-up blocker, but like, please select our cookies, and I'm not clicking it. I'm done anyway. So, yeah,
it's supposedly still happening. I
don't think it's not happening. It was just supposed to launch in 2024, and we're down to.
I know. I've been waiting for this myself all year.
Well,
just like I've been waiting for Activision Blizzard games on Game Pass, but who cares?
They're getting there. You've got like 3.
Lots of waiting, lots of paying money, lots of not having stuff.
You got 3 or something like that, right? You got one of the Call of Duties. You'll have another Call of Duty this month, and there's isn't Diablo?
Yeah, Diablo 4, and that stupid Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy.
Oh yeah,
and that might be it. Maybe was there one more? There might have been one last month. I don't know. It's not much. You can count them on one hand, folks.
The great thing is there was a couple headlines about Microsoft like polling developers about why they're not building games for Xbox or bringing it. And all I could think about was like, hey, your own Activision Blizzard games aren't even there yet. Why don't you ask them?
Yeah. This is a quintessential Microsoft problem, right? Mm-hmm. Microsoft has like app frameworks and stuff and then doesn't use them themselves, That dates all the way back to WPF, right? Which is what, 2006 or whatever. Like one of the many complaints about the new Outlook app is it's like written with web stuff. It doesn't even use your own app development frameworks, which whatever. I mean, I think web is one of the, the kind of one of the ways forward, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, why would anyone use Game Pass if you're not using it? It's a good question.
I don't know. We'll answer it next Thursday.
Yeah. It's good for everyone else. We just don't use it.